All right, so today I am finishing off these 9.3 notes, okay? We were up to example 4, all right? So now this is where you guys have to be really good at factoring. All right, so we're going to start the x up top. We can't do anything with it, so we're just going to leave it. All right, the x squared minus 5x plus 6 in the bottom, we have to factor this out. So we do two sets of parentheses. Again, there's no leading coefficient. So we do two sets of parentheses, put an x in the front of each one. All right. And then the last sign's a plus sign, so that means the signs are the same and they're both negative. So negative and negative. And then we want the factors of 6 that add up to 5, and that would be 2 and 3. All right, times. And then the other one, we have a 3. All right, now, this 2 minus x, we always want our x to be in front. And if you look over here, we have an x minus 2. So what we're trying to do is make this look like this. Now, the way you would do it is you would switch the order of these. So keep the sign in front. So it's a negative x plus 2. And then we would factor a negative 1 out of this because, again, we were trying to get this x minus 2. So we got our 3. We factor a negative 1 out of this. And that gives us x minus 2. All right? So now, what can we cancel out? Well, we have an x minus 2 with an x minus 2. And that's the only thing we cancel out. So now on the top, we're left with an x, a positive 3, and a negative 1. So we multiply all those together, gives us negative 3x in the top. And in the bottom, we got x minus 3. And that is our answer, and it is simplified. It doesn't simplify any further than that because we can't do anything else. All right? All right, so let's see this again. X can't do anything with it, so we just leave it. All right, in the bottom, no leading coefficient again. We got 3 terms. So again, we do 2 sets of parentheses. Our x's go in the front. Last sign's a minus sign, so signs are different. And our factors of 15, when we subtract it, we get a 2. That would be 5 and 3. And again, the bigger number has to go with whatever that sign is. So the 5 has to go here. And the 3 has to go here. All right, that's times. And I'll put it over 1 because we always put that over 1 since we got a fraction. All right, the 4 can't do anything with it. All right, this 5 minus x. Again, we're going to switch them. So we make it a negative x plus 5. And then we factor that negative 1 out, which gives us negative 1 times x minus 5. And again, what can we cancel out? We cancel out an x minus 5 with an x minus 5. So in the top, we have an x, a 4, and a negative 1. Multiply all those together, you get negative 4x. And in the bottom, we have x plus 1, or x plus 3 times 1, which just gives us x plus 3. And that is our answer. And again, it is simplified. All right, I'm going to do the U-tries with you. All right. And then I'll give you homework. All right, so the first one, the 4, can't do anything with it, so you just write it down. X plus 3, we can't factor anything out of that, so we just write it down. Times, we have 2x plus 6. Again, it's over 1. We can factor a 2 out of this. So we factor the 2 out, and it gives us x plus 3 over 1. All right, and we should see we have an x plus 3 in the top, x plus 3 in the bottom. Those can be canceled out. So we're left with 4 times 2 in the top, which gives us 8 over 1 in the bottom, because this just becomes a 1. So we get 8 over 1, which again, it's just 8. All right. All right, so let's see that. Again, here we go. Next one, we got an x. Can't do anything with that. 3x plus 12. Well, we can factor a 3 out of this. So it gives us 3 and x plus 4. Times. All right, this one again, it's over 1. We can factor an x out of both of these. And that leaves us with an x plus 4. So again, what we can cancel out? Well, we got x plus 4 in the top and x plus 4 in the bottom. And again, 1 for 1. So x plus 4, x plus 4. And that's it. So in the top, we have an x times x, which gives us x squared. In the bottom, we have a 3 and a 1. So 3 times 1 gives us 3. And there's our answer. All right. And the last, you try. All right, 3x. Can't do anything with it. All right, x squared minus x minus 2. Again, 3 terms. So we got to do our 2 sets of parentheses. There's no leading coefficient. All right, so x is in the front. Signs are different. Factors of 2. When you subtract it, you get a 1. There's 2 and 1, and 2 has to go with the negative. All right, and then we got to switch this 2 minus x around. Again, we're going to switch it around to being negative x plus 2, and then factor a negative 1 out, which gives us negative 1 times x minus 2 over 1. And we can see we have an x minus 2 in the top, x minus 2 in the bottom. Those cancel out. So now we got negative 1 times 3x gives us a negative 3x. And we got 1 times x plus 1, which is x plus 1. And that is it. That's it for the notes for today. All right. For your homework for tonight, you're going to do this 9.3 practice A, and you're doing 1 through 15 odd. All right. 1 through 15 odd. That's only 8 problems. So take your time. Make sure you're doing them right.